I'm Avery, and 6 months ago, my daughter Sienna packed 2 suitcases and walked out of our house without looking back. My husband Marcus stood in the doorway of what used to be Sienna's bedroom, his arms crossed tight against his chest. "I want all of this gone by tonight," he said. I looked up from the box I was sorting through. "Marcus, we talked about this. She might come back for her things." "She's not coming back. She made that clear." He stepped into the room. "And I'm tired of walking past this shrine every day, like we're supposed to feel guilty." "I don't think wanting to keep our daughter's belongings makes it a shrine." "Our daughter." He laughed, sharp and cold. "The daughter who accused me of ruining her life and told half the neighborhood I'm a controlling monster before she disappeared to God knows where." I set down the yearbook I'd been holding. "She's at Aunt Teresa's. You know that." "I know she chose her side. Now I'm choosing mine." Marcus pulled open the closet door. "Everything goes to donation tomorrow morning. I already called someone to pick it up." "You can't just erase her from this house." "Watch me." He walked out, leaving me sitting on the floor surrounded by boxes. I waited until I heard his car pull out of the driveway before I started really looking through Sienna's things. Most of it was normal, but then I found her old backpack shoved in the back of the closet. Inside was a folder I'd never seen before. Bank statements, but not ours. My phone rang. Marcus's mother, Judith. "Avery, honey, I heard Marcus is finally cleaning out that room," she said. "I think it's for the best. You both need closure." "Judith, did you know about any separate accounts Marcus might have?" Silence. Then, "What are you talking about?" "I found bank statements in Sienna's bag, an account I've never seen before, with a lot of money in it." "Well, maybe it's for emergencies. Men like to have a safety net, Avery. You shouldn't go snooping through his private affairs." "These statements are addressed to our house, to him, but I've never seen them." "I'm sure there's an explanation. You know how Sienna likes to cause drama. Maybe she took those from somewhere and was planning to start trouble." I hung up and called my sister Bryn. "He's been hiding money," I said as soon as she answered. "How much are we talking?" "According to these statements, about $70,000. Bryn whistled low. "From where?" "I don't know yet, but Sienna found these. This is why she left, Bryn. This is what she tried to tell me about, and I didn't believe her." "What did she say exactly?" I closed my eyes, remembering. "She said Dad wasn't who I thought he was, that he'd been lying about everything. I told her she was being dramatic." "You need to confront him." "Not yet. I need to understand what this actually is first." When Marcus came home that evening, I had dinner on the table like normal. We ate in silence until he looked up. "Did you finish the room?" he asked. "Most of it. I found some things I want to keep, though." His fork paused halfway to his mouth. "Like what?" "Photo albums, some of her artwork, her baby blanket." "Fine, but everything else goes." I nodded, watching his face. "Marcus, have you talked to Sienna at all?" "No, and I'm not going to. She made her choice when she accused me of things I didn't do." "What things specifically?" He stood up, grabbing his plate. "I'm not doing this, Avery. I'm not defending myself in my own house against accusations from a kid who thinks she knows everything. She's 19, and she's our daughter. She stopped being my daughter when she picked a fight she couldn't win." He walked to the sink. "I'm going to the gym." After he left, I called the bank on the statements. A woman with a tired voice answered. "I need information about an account," I said. "I'll need the account number and verification." I read off the number. "My name is Avery Donovan. This account is under my husband's name, Marcus Donovan. I'm showing this is a business account, Donovan Consulting Solutions. Are you listed on the account?" "No, but I'm his wife." "I'm sorry, ma'am. Without being listed as an authorized user, I can't provide account details. I hung up and opened my laptop. Donovan Consulting Solutions. I'd never heard of it. The business registration showed Marcus had filed it 3 years ago. Sole proprietor. Services listed as business consulting and financial advisory. I called Bryn back. He has a whole business I didn't know about, I said. Is that legal? I mean, aren't you supposed to know about assets in a marriage? Technically, if he kept it separate, it's his business. But Bryn, why would he hide this? Maybe the money's not clean. I spent the next 2 days following Marcus. He went to work at his regular job, came home, went to the gym, normal routine. But on Thursday, he told me he had a late meeting. I followed him to a coffee shop across town, where he met with a woman I'd never seen before. Mid-40s, professional looking. They talked for over an hour, and when they left, she handed him an envelope. I took pictures of her license plate before driving home. Bryn's husband ran the plate. Comes back to Delilah Chen. Want me to see what else I can find? Please. By morning, I had a profile. Delilah Chen, business owner, divorced, 2 kids. And according to her company website, she provided consulting services to small businesses. I created a fake email and sent her a message requesting consultation for a fictional business problem. She responded within hours. I'd be happy to discuss your needs. My rate is $300 per hour, and I typically work with clients Marcus Donovan refers to me. May I ask who recommended my services? I stared at the email. He was running referrals through a fake consulting business and taking cuts. When Marcus came home, I was sitting at the kitchen table with the bank statement spread out. What are those? His voice went flat. You tell me. He walked closer, saw what I was looking at, and his face changed. Where did you get those? Sienna's backpack. She knew Marcus. She knew everything before she left. That little. He stopped himself. She had no right to go through my personal papers. Your personal papers that you've been hiding from your wife? The business you never mentioned? The $70,000 I knew nothing about? It's my business, my income. I don't have to tell you every detail of my professional life. We're married. We file taxes together. You don't think that's something I should know about? He sat down across from me, his jaw tight. I was building something separate, something that was mine. Is that a crime? Depends on where the money's coming from. I consult. I refer clients. I get paid for my expertise. You mean you take kickbacks for sending people to Delilah Chen? His eyes narrowed. You've been following me. I've been trying to understand why our daughter left, and now I know. She figured out you were running some kind of referral scheme and confronted you about it, didn't she? Sienna doesn't understand business. She saw some papers and jumped to conclusions, just like you're doing now. Then explain it to me. Make me understand. He leaned back in his chair. I built relationships in my industry. When someone needs specialized help I can't provide, I connect them with someone who can. Delilah pays me for those referrals. It's completely normal. Then why hide it? Because I knew you'd react exactly like this, like I'm doing something wrong when I'm just being smart about opportunities. Does your employer know you're running a side business with their clients? His silence told me everything. That's it, isn't it? You're referring clients from your actual job to your fake consulting business, taking money under the table. It's not under the table. I pay taxes on it. Everything's legal. Legal doesn't mean ethical, Marcus, and it definitely doesn't mean you should have hidden it from me for 3 years. He stood up. I'm not having this conversation. You don't get to judge how I make money. I'm not judging how you make money. I'm judging that you lied to me, to us, to Sienna. Sienna's a child who doesn't know when to mind her own business. She's our daughter who caught you in a lie, and you pushed her away instead of explaining. I didn't push her anywhere. She left on her own. Because you gave her no choice. He grabbed his keys off the counter. I need air. After he left, I called Sienna. She answered on the fourth ring. Mom? I found the bank statements, I said. I know why you left. She was quiet for so long, I thought she'd hung up. Then, did he tell you about the clients? I figured it out. Sienna, why didn't you make me listen? I tried. You said I was being dramatic, that Dad worked hard and I should be grateful. My throat tightened. I was wrong. I should have believed you. He made me feel crazy, Mom, like I was the problem for asking questions. I know. I'm so sorry. What are you going to do? I looked at the statement still spread across the table. I'm going to Aunt Judith's birthday dinner tomorrow night, and I'm going to tell everyone the truth. Mom, no, that'll destroy him. He destroyed us first. He just did it slowly enough we didn't notice. If you do this, he'll never forgive you. Good. I don't want his forgiveness. The next evening, Judith's dining room was full. Marcus's brother and sister-in-law, my parents, Bryn and her husband, some cousins I barely knew. Judith sat at the head of the table, smiling like everything was perfect. Marcus leaned over and whispered, "Please don't make a scene." I smiled back at him. "Don't worry, I'm just here for your mother's birthday." We made it through dinner, through the cake, through Judith's speech about family and loyalty. Then Bryn asked, "Avery, how's Sienna doing?" The table went quiet. "She's good," I said. "She's actually thinking about coming home soon, now that some things are out in the open." Marcus's hand tightened on his water glass. Judith cleared her throat. "Well, that's wonderful. I'm sure this whole misunderstanding can be resolved." "It's not a misunderstanding," I said. "Sienna left because she discovered Marcus has been running a side business behind my back for 3 years, taking referral fees from his employer's clients without their knowledge." Marcus stood up. "Avery, stop." "She found bank statements showing $70,000 I knew nothing about. When she asked him about it, he told her she was too young to understand business and to keep her mouth shut." "That's not what happened," Marcus said, but his voice shook. Judith stood too. "Avery, this is hardly the time or place. When is the time, Judith? When was I supposed to find out my husband's been lying to me? When he hit 100,000? 200? My father spoke up. "Marcus, is this true?" "It's more complicated than she's making it sound." "Then uncomplicate it," I said. "Tell everyone here about Donovan Consulting Solutions. Tell them about Delilah Chen. Tell them why our daughter moved out." Marcus looked around the table at all the faces watching him. "You know what? I don't have to explain myself. Not to any of you." He walked out. We heard his car start, then fade into the distance. Judith sat back down slowly. "Avery, how could you do this? At my birthday dinner?" "I'm sorry about the timing, but I'm not sorry about the truth. You just humiliated him in front of his entire family." "He humiliated himself. I just stopped covering for him." Bryn reached over and squeezed my hand under the table. Marcus's brother spoke carefully. "If what you're saying is true, his employer needs to know." "They will," I said. "I'm calling them Monday." Judith's eyes went wide. "You'll destroy his career." "He destroyed our family. Why should I protect his career?" The next week unfolded exactly as I'd expected, and nothing like I'd prepared for. I called Marcus's employer and spoke to HR. They launched an investigation immediately. Marcus moved into a hotel. He called me once. "You really did it," he said. "You actually turned everyone against me." "I told the truth, that's all." "You cost me my job. They fired me this morning. You cost yourself your job when you decided ethics were optional. I gave you everything. A house, stability, a good life. You gave me lies, Marcus. Everything else was just decoration. Sienna's never going to forgive you for this. Sienna's moving back home next week. She already forgave me. You're the one she won't forgive. He hung up without saying goodbye. Judith called me every day for 2 weeks, begging me to reconsider, to work things out, to think about the family. He made a mistake, she kept saying. People make mistakes. This wasn't a mistake. This was a choice he made every day for 3 years. But you're destroying him. No, Judith. I'm just not saving him anymore. 3 months later, Marcus lost his house, the one he'd bought with the consulting money. The bank foreclosed after he couldn't make payments. Delilah Chen's business folded after several clients sued when they found out about the referral scheme. Marcus's brother stopped talking to him after the investigation revealed he'd pulled the same scheme at his previous job. His sister told everyone at Christmas she didn't want him there. Sienna came home and we started over, just the two of us. Some nights she'd sit at the kitchen table and say, "I'm sorry I didn't fight harder to make you see." And I'd tell her, "I'm sorry I didn't listen sooner." Marcus tried to apologize once. He showed up at the house 6 months after everything fell apart, looking thinner and tired. "I know I messed up," he said through the screen door. "But I want to fix this. I want my family back." "No," I said. "Avery, please. I'm sorry. I'll do whatever it takes." "You had chances to do the right thing. You chose yourself every single time." "I was wrong. I see that now. Can't we start over?" "No, we can't. And you need to leave." He stood there for another minute, then walked back to his car. I watched him drive away and felt nothing but relief. Now I sit in the kitchen I finally redecorated, the one without his golf trophies or his perfectly organized workspace. Sienna's upstairs in her old room, the one we painted together last month. Sometimes Bryn asks if I ever wonder what would have happened if I'd just ignored those bank statements, if I'd let him clean out Sienna's room, if I'd chosen peace over truth. But I look at my daughter, home and healing, and I know exactly what would have happened. We would have both learned that our voices didn't matter, that keeping men comfortable was more important than keeping ourselves whole. She comes downstairs now, makes tea, sits across from me. "Mom," she says, "do you think Dad actually believes he didn't do anything wrong?" I think about Marcus at the door, his apology that never acknowledged what he'd actually broken, his assumption that sorry would be enough. What do you say to someone who thinks remorse erases damage?